Hello, traders. This is Ad Zeros. Can you guys hear me? Sound test and visual test. Can you guys hear me? Awesome. All right. All right. Hi, friends. Welcome to my channel. All right. So let's do the SPY. So SPY yesterday again sold off, touched the all-time high, and then just dropped, right? And now it started making a kind of a bear flag. We need to see whether what is going to do today. Uh, if you recall, this similar situation happened when the SPY was on the 280 level. Long time back, I don't know, I can show you here. Um, the market touched all-time high at the 280 level and then suddenly crashed back. And this is, see, I'm talking maybe that this is the area. Yes, this is the area where the market took a longer time to consolidate and see whether what they want to do. And similar situation, what we are facing right now is on this side, and every time it's trying to move back up, comes down. So this is very congested area at this point. The direction is not the sideways. We don't know whether it's going to come down and again touch the low of the day, low of this area, or is just going to move back up. Hi, Louis. Hi, Vishnu. Hi, Andre. And if you look at the QQQ, uh, QQQ is much weaker than the SPY. This is not close to all-time high, but still close to the support or resistance created in April. So this is where we are right now. So what we try to do, my approach is that I always keep two set of stocks. One where I plan to move, long, and one I plan to go short, and then I will see the how market is behaving. If market have a clear direction and stocks based on my ideas, if stock moving in that direction, then I can try to play that way. It will ease me in the morning session just to not too much worry about how the market is doing. So now if we look at it, I was unlucky in the morning. I traded AMC in the pre-market. Look at this, a Christmas tree. I traded the pre-market, and what happened is unbelievable. So let me show you. So what happened? I went long around 7:45, and I was unable to close my position. I don't know what happened. I took first portion out, but then I couldn't close it. And then I emailed to the broker, and then I realized that what happened is that uh, there was some pending order somewhere on my system that unable to close me the to the, I think not this one, sorry, this this one 6:30, yeah. So here, so I went long, I closed it, took the small partial, and then I couldn't close it, and that's the chemistry started. And then I tried to recover my losses, but this is so annoying and so difficult to trade AMC. um, so watch out if you have a plan to trade AMC today. It's so volatile and so hard to predict. So just like here, look at this. I went short here, a perfect strategy, my bear flag, and I was expecting a dollar move. I got it close to it, but then it didn't move, and then it suddenly bounced back, and I stopped out on the break even. Then I thought, okay, now is 8:30 has been crossed, bottom has been set. Now it's gonna go and rip higher and do the go over pre-market high. So I went long. I took first partial. I added, and then again it's not doing anything. I stop out on the break even. So most of my trades are kind of like that, but it's really hard to read the action plan. The AMC is really annoying. Okay, so let's look at the gappers. So as we know now, the market is slightly gapped up around 0.15, Nasdaq is 0.12, Dow is zero point 0.2, gold is up, oil is up, and in terms of the gappers, uh, interesting. So in my gapping list, I have uh, Bitcoin stocks, Mavis, and SKLZ and RLX. So let's look at the first SKLZ. I think that is going to be a better one uh, than to look at the Bitcoin stocks. Okay, so let's look at the. So we know SKLZ in the February touched almost 50, and then it came down in the April around $12. In terms of looking at the daily, it bounced back and then came down, couldn't make the new low. So definitely it got the support here, which is on the 1262 level. And then after after that, it's just consolidating, kind of a consolidation. Is this is we can say as a small flag, and the small flag has been ripped on April May 26th, and then after that it's chopping around. One time it tried to touch 18 and then move back down, and then yesterday again it was a kind of a you can call a spinning top or the hammer or the doji. It's kind of a candle like that. So indecision candle right now is gapping up. So clearly we have the resistance point is over 1850, and if we go back in the yesterday low 1750, that could be a support. And interestingly enough, the 1750 is also the whole number. So that is really good. Now let's look at the pre-market thing, that how it's been trading. So in the pre-market, it's not trading really good. So I'm not impressed. So look at the big candles. So when you see, you know, big candles like this, okay, when you see the big candle like this, not a clear formation, not clear waves, it's just a one, two candles. I would consider as a bad price action. Um for any stock for the pre-market gapping up. So now let's look at the uh, so I will put it into the secondary list. If it's give us a nice formation after the market opens and is a gapping up stock. So if we're gonna get the uh, bullish signals in the pre-market, in the post-market, once the market opens, and then if we get a right setup, we will go for a long. But right now, based on the price action, we do not have anything to consider here. Now let's look at the mirrors. So let's go. See, this is the price action I was talking about. Look at it, how smoothly is making waves. So you have a clear support and resistance. It's just not the one candle or one order. It's a multiple orders. So now let's look at the daily for Mavis. So Mavis candles are the daily um, is hold at the 12th level. Let's mark that. Then it moved back up, kind of this is doing the sideway action, and I think today is the day is again trying to break out, and breakout would be the 1673. And then if we can also mark the body of these candles, which is 1606. Now let's see that on the pre-market where these levels are. So after 11:30 yesterday is really moving up. A lot of volumes came in. um, you know and now it is holding the aftermarket hour levels. 8 o'clock candle is important. So in 8 o'clock, the market came back and you know clear all the back orders to clear the imbalance. So this is also holding that level. So that is nice. So now let's mark the pre-market high as a 1990. 1940 would be the support, and then the next support is an 1880. So let's mark these levels, and then uh, as the market gonna give us the uh, once the market opens and we see the stock is playing under those levels, we can definitely, this is going definitely going to be on my primary list. Look at it how beautifully is moving up over the VWAPs, over the moving averages, strong trending, and gapped up by over 20%. So not this one, sorry, over 10, 9%, 9.22. So definitely is a good one. So next one I have is let's look at the Mara. Let's look at the Mara. Okay, so is a 3% up. Riot is also almost 4% up. What is the Bitcoin level? See, I wanted to trade these stocks when the Bitcoin is going to go over 40,000 because that is going to be an important level. Let me quickly check the Bitcoin prices right now. So Bitcoin right now 37. So keep this into your radar, both the Bitcoin pricing and this. Once the Bitcoin gonna hit the 40,000, there are a lot of gonna buyers gonna come because they may be waiting to see that whether the Bitcoin holds the 40,000 level. Right now at 37,345, so definitely we can find good opportunities. So in this at this time, you see there's not a good volume, not a nice candles. Though it's 4% up, but there's no momentum at this point. It's just a haywire candle. So I wouldn't give much value at this point on the pre-market. But we can mark the high of the day, high of the pre-market, low of the pre-market, which I already marked at 2540 and 2610. Mark these, and on the side keep your Bitcoin chart. And if Bitcoin gonna hit over 40,000, then just keep this into your radar, and then definitely it may gonna give you a nice momentum. All right. So next one I have is RLX. Let's check it out. RLX has been a long time we have not traded. Uh, Time it went below $10 or around $10. I didn't trade that. Okay, so no, we know there's a new IPO touch all the time to all-time high 36, and then it's just coming down. Now it came down over under $10 as well, and now is getting a support here. And we know the clear resistance is the 12 $13 where it was a gap down. And if today, if it's break this level 13, then there is a big room to cover because there's a nice gap. So I will keep into definitely into my primary list. It looks really nice, but this has to go over 13 and we might get the momentum. So let's look at the 5 minutes just to see that how the candles are forming. So initially there was no volume. The nice bull flag came down, another bull flag, and it stopped all-time high, all pre-market high on 1330, and then just came down. So just look at this how the 13 level is important. Is tested here, is tested here, and this is 1290 is going to be important support as well. So if it move back up over 1219, you can start building your position, and then you can go full size, you know, as it break the pre-market high, because this can be a nice momentum trade, because there is a very big just imagine from the perspective of the short sellers. So those who have uh, sh- shorted here, they have the room, but those who have started their short around $13, they are now currently on the break even. They might have some partial out, they have some partials, but they are right now would be on the break even. Or if if they added, they most likely be is on the red territory right now. So they also going to closely look at the gap. How does it react to the gap? The moment it gonna move back up, so all the individuals who have shorted for the swing on this particular 3 days, they all going to be under the water right now. So look at from that perspective, and that could be a nice squeeze for us. So for now, just to highlight, For the gapping up stocks, Mavis, I like it. RLX, I like it. Uh, SKLZ, you can put into your secondary list, and the Mara and Ride right now you can put into your secondary list, and keep an eye on the Bitcoin prices. So before I jump to and see any gap down stock, let's look at the CNST, what Andre is asking us to look at it. CNST. So let's look at the CNST. So CNST, all-time high, I guess, is a 40 around 39.40, clearly coming down. And then, what is this big candle? Wow, okay. What happened? Why just suddenly it's so much up? Any news? Is maybe a buyout. So see, I don't like these kind of actions where there's only one candle. It's mean that there's maybe a one big order or institutional buying or maybe buyout or any kind of off market dealing that put that much higher. If you look at it, there is no much volume here. So I don't know what is CNST going to do after this, but for me, there is no momentum here, despite it is gapping up that much. What is the float? Let's look at quickly the float of CNST. So it's a 47 million share float. This is a small cap healthcare, so it might be a catalyst. Yeah. So see, Morpho thinks to buy the Constellation Pharma for 1.7 billion dollar. So see, these are buyouts. So these are buyouts. So we don't know what is going to do next in the buyouts, because buyouts is a more a fixed price. So we don't know the stock is what is stock going to do. At least in my strategy, I cannot tell that. Okay. So yeah, for sure, Andre, feel free to post other stocks which you see up, and then we can analyze together. Uh, I also see in the gapping up is CAN. CAN is also, attached to a Bitcoin prices. If you look at the daily here, let's look at the daily. Um, and yesterday had a good day, 22.5 million. Volume is also with beautiful volume. It broke out all those levels, stretch all these moving averages. Right now it is 4% up, but underneath of yesterday high, which is $11. So let's look at the 5-minute pattern, that how is it doing here. So not really a nice formations, not beautiful candles, no good volume at this point. If you look at it, only 300,000 shares, but the size of the candle is not really well. You can So for us, is there going to be two resistance? One is going to be a pre-market high, which is on $11, and also a yesterday high, which is going to be 11.11. So just be cognizant if you guys go long on the stock, make sure that you don't go long very close to these levels, because there's chances that it might get reject, unless you see uh, it it's it crosses those levels, and smash them and then move back up and then come back and test these levels, and then that's maybe the time when you see a formation you can go long, so that these levels has been set. But if the Bitcoin prices started go higher and the market go up, then you might find this smashing those and then just keep moving. So just plan accordingly that whether you are thinking to go a breakout trade, then there is a different parameters for breakout trades. And if you wanted to go support and resistance, then you need to see that whether it hold these levels or not. So let's quickly check the gap down stocks. So I have only one gapping down stocks right now on my scanner, which is the BEKE. Let's look at the daily. So yesterday was a nice day, uh, and then now suddenly it's rejected, and it's under the yesterday volume. And yesterday volume was a bit better. Let's look at the action plan, action, price action. Oh man, look at this. Okay. So it seems like that the price have gotten the bottom, which is on the 50.75, and is a 4% down, and right now um it is close to the high of this area and above the low of the day and over the VWAP. So let's see what it does. Does it hold these levels and move back up, or is just reject and comes down? So my principle is that these kind of actions, I never go short close to the pre-market low, right? Because there's higher chances that it's gonna bounce back. So if definitely it's a weak stock, right? But I just want you to be open mind, given the way it is being sold off on only on one candle, and then after that there's no price action. It may mean something else. Just like if you look at the plan few days ago, uh, you know, I think I won't be able to. Let me see if I have a 30 minutes chart and I can show you. Yeah, look at this. So on the May 27th, it came down, you know, and we saw that before the market opens, it was very close to these levels, and these levels are having a support prior and also holding that level in the pre-market. So I was not very optimistic about going short, despite at the day it was more than 15-18% it was down. And then what exactly happened after first few minutes is just try to came down and quickly move back up, and it's just that after that it's just ripping up. So what I'm trying to explain to you here that something is down doesn't mean that it's going to remain down. um, y- j- just look at, I think this is very important level, that whether the yesterday low, which is around the 51, does it hold this level or is go bouncing? Because if we just imagine if stock is moved back above this level and and above this level, all those people who went long here, they're gonna start buying to improve their average pricing, because for them that will be the buying spot, right? And not any short seller wanna go short if the stock is holding above the yesterday low. Any short seller wanted to see that whether it reject this level and come down, right? If I wanted to short, I wouldn't short here because I want to see that whether it hold this level or not. So just plan your trade accordingly. Let's see the OEG. Hi, Bridget. Okay, and let's look at the daily first. So yesterday was a beautiful day for OEG, very bullish, right? Right now it is on the middle of that candle, which is 1676, and holding the support, which is around established in March 15th. Okay, so now let's look at the closer look of the 15 minutes or 5 minutes chart. So yesterday it clearly uh, moving up. Nice bull flag patterns, move back all the, and now it's completely going in. So it's making a bear flag, and it seems like this level, which is 6.6, had been tested once, twice, thrice, three times this level has been tested. Okay, so definitely is 11% down. So we are the short biased on this. Is under the VWAP. We have clear sign of rejection of the $7. But if you wanted to play short this stock, don't go short on the breakout because you might squeeze because this is maybe a key level. If you look at it, the 6.5, 6.4, how many times it tested yesterday? One, two, three, four, five, six, and the seventh time it broke this level and moved all the way, $1, $2. So this is not any level. It is really, look at here, the buyers are holding this. So we have a clear signal that the buyer is holding this level. So if you see a significant drop in the after the market open on the first minute candle, just don't get FOMO and just short it. Just make the, your idea is nice. Just make sure that you find the right entry. An entry would be close to the VWAP or close to the resistance rather than close to the support. Guys, any other stock you guys want me to look at? I look at so many other stocks are moving up right now, but that may be a small float or with the low volume. And if the stocks are moving with a low volume, I usually don't entertain them because I need the momentum to see that. Let's look at the extended stocks. Yesterday, the extended stocks work good for me. Uh, I traded space. If you guys have not checked, feel free to check the recap. And also, I have a summer promotion going on. If you guys want to test mentoring session on a one-on-one sessions also included. I will review your trades and entry and give you a feedback. And if you want to do that, it is very low cost. It's only 24.48, and you will also get the talk time or FaceTime for 30 minutes in that. So it's a good price to get it. I just want you to guys improve and go better. So I just wanted to make you taste that as a trial period only for a week is 24.48. So you can check that as well. So let me look at the extended stocks. Uh, Visto. I think Visto. Let's look at the Visto. So Visto. Uh, 26 was a very nice day. 27 was a nice day. 28 was a consolidation of the bull flag day, and then again it's making a bull flag. So now the question is that whether it's gonna come down or it's gonna reject. So is it very close to 45. Uh, so when the stock moves so close to 50, we never know that it wanted to touch the 50. Okay. Um, so right now, if we look at it from the perspective of the uh, how does it do in the pre-market? So usually this stock does not have a good volume in the pre-market. Okay. So the market volume wise, the pre-market is not the good test for them. Um, but definitely if I wanted to go short, I wanted to see this stock under the yesterday close and under the yesterday low, uh, and test this levels before I go short because there is so many smaller support here, uh, from 42.5 to 45. Look at it, the waves it created, and every time it bounced back. And if you look at this 50 moving average, this blue line is a 50 moving average. It's clearly holding this, Um, anytime it's just touch this and it's bounced back. So let's keep an eye on this stock as a secondary. What else I have on my extended stock? Uh, Not any other stock. Let's look at the short squeeze. I don't have anything on the short squeeze. Guys, you guys any looking any other stock you want me to share, or I can review for you? If not, then we can just, call it a day. And if I do any good trades, I'm gonna do a recap, and otherwise we'll see you tomorrow. All right. Have a go green.